What's going down, everybody? It's Daryl, DWES Enterprise. Today we're headed to Los Altos, California. We're going to be doing a shower, just a stand-up shower, a little, you know, like a little cube kind of, or whatever you want to call it. And I said it's just a little tile and grout. It's getting a little dirty, like the grout and the tile. It's like not, I wouldn't say, I mean it's dirty, but it's like it's getting white. So the hard water, the soap scum, and all that stuff is getting on there. And then he wants to seal the grout. He said he usually does it as himself, like the sealer. So it's pretty well kept up, I guess. And he also has house cleaners and stuff. So, but one thing I can tell you, house cleaners typically aren't going to do like a super good job. I mean, some of them will, but man, they'd be BSing sometimes. Like just putting whatever, mixing all types of stuff together. And then, you know, they're not going to seal it with anything good. So we'll definitely take care of it for them. I'll see you when we get there. It's DWES for life, y'all. All right, folks. This is what we have. Just this here. The way they're making some of this, the synthetics, you know, the man-made stuff is crazy. Because coming in here, I thought I was like, is this natural? But the thing, like, I started feeling it, and it's like wavy, kind of. Or you can see it like right here. Hold on. And you see how it's a little wavy, thinner here, thicker here. But the actual, it's not terrible. It's not in terrible shape, but as you get like down here, you can start seeing like, you know, the soap scum and water. So they even have one of these, which is like a filter, but those can only do so much for so long. So what we'll be doing, and I don't know how I'm gonna get this on video just because it's so small, but I'm just gonna spray it down with my cleaner. We're gonna be just going with a straight acid because we wanna make sure we can get all this off of here. Then after that, what we'll do, rinse it down. I have a gallon of rinse water, and then in here is my acid solution. Spray it down, scrub it. I also have a scrubby, a scour pad, and then I have some grout brushes, stainless steel, and then just your, I don't know what that is, like some kind of plastic or something, but you get what I'm talking about. Then after that, we'll dry it down after we rinse it. Put a fan in here for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and seal it. He was saying, man, don't you have to come back like some hours or like a day later to seal it? I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Not really. It has to be, you know, somewhat dry. It has to be, can't be like like that. But as long as we can get it dry, let it dry for a little bit, we should be fine. It's DWES for life, y'all. This is a non-scour pad. It's good for stuff like this. You can kind of just get in there. Not worried about too much damage. Alright, you guys, so it's kind of hard to get video on this. That's why I don't have so many of me cleaning bathrooms or showers. But let me zoom in a little bit, show you guys a little bit. I still need to do the floor in certain areas because it's still kind of black. But we'll look over something really fast because it kind of had me going over certain areas more than others, but I'll show you why. Sorry, let me turn off that fan and zoom you guys in a little bit. So these tiles, they're not exactly level. Let me put this in here so I can step on her. But like if we're looking, you hear my stomach? I don't know if you heard that, but it has like a darker look in here, but there's a lip. So with the light coming down, it's gonna give that effect that it's still kind of dirty. Or there's like a dark area. And it doesn't help that the grout isn't perfect in there. Like here you see it's fairly level right there. You can see there's grout missing there. Same thing over here if we're looking here. See how that looks dark? There's a bunch of grout missing. And he said it too. He said like he really likes it, but it's not level. So whoever did it, you know how that goes. So I'm just gonna wipe it down really fast. Over here, I'm gonna kind of show you what's going on. So none of these tiles are level, but there is some mildew in there, so I'm gonna put a product on it, kind of let it do its thing while I dry the rest. I'm gonna dry this a little bit, but I'm gonna put like a peroxide on it, like a stronger peroxide. That way we can see if it'll just kind of take it away a little bit. So yeah, so there's a good handful of spots over there. And then the weird thing is, like this section over here is a little dark, but it just looks funny. That area is completely missing, so. But we'll work on this right now. It's kind of hard to show you guys, like I said, but just trying to make a video for y'all. Who knows if this will even come out? It might be in December. It's DWES for life, y'all. All right, you guys. So I put the peroxide on there, let it sit for, I don't know, it's probably on there for at least 5-7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Scrubbed at it, rinsed it, and then there were still a few little areas, so I just put it back on there again. So now I'm gonna let it sit. It's looking good. Not bad. I got it on wide angle, so it's kind of hard to see some stuff, but you get the idea. All right, you guys, so you can kind of see it. Still kind of showing up just a hair, but there's only so much I can do. Yeah, so it's kind of what you're saying. It's not terrible. Tried to clean this up as much as I could for them. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave the blower on, give it about, I don't know, probably take me about 15-20 minutes to clear everything up. By the time I come back out here, this should be all dry. I mean, it's dry already, but I just want to make sure. Man, if you guys can see how I see this, there's so many. This tile is overhanging over here, so there's a lip. So it's just a bunch of shadows. Same thing here. he also has a leak somewhere. It keeps coming out of here and going down the wall. And this is kind of how we set this up. So I just put my pad down like so. I'm working everything on here. I put everything on here. I ain't got to worry about messing up the floor or anything. To be honest, they do need tile and grout cleaner. Hold on, we got a call. I'll hit you in a minute. And look at the clouds. I think they're coming in, 'cause that's where the sun sets, to the west. But man, it's been raining. I made a mess in here, but what's gonna take up my 20 minutes or so is I want to rinse out this tank. I got a few of these. There we go. I got a few of these. I got two, I think these are 1.5 gallon. And then I have one that's like a shorter one. Or maybe these are 2 gallon. I don't remember. What does this thing say on it? I don't know. I think it's 1.5 gallon or something. We'll just go with that. And then a small one, which is probably like a gallon. But, you know, you can use one for like fresh water, one for your acid if you need, and then one for like tile and grout. I mean, your alkaline cleaner. So I got 3. I forgot this one came with one. I actually have like my backups, or there's 2 of them. So this is the one it came with, and then I got a smaller one at DWES HQ. So I'm gonna clear this up a little bit, rinse this out. Don't want to leave product in there. See it kind of making the hose turn color. And then that's it. Go in there with my sealer, seal it up, and that's it. I'll show you guys in a second. It's DWES for life, y'all. It's a mess in here. All right, so now I have it setting, facing the floor here. This thing just keeps leaking. So it's wet over there. You can kind of see where it comes down. And then earlier in the video, you saw like a bunch of water deposits. So as far as this, you can still kind of see it. It's not as dark as it was, I don't think, but let's keep this going for a little bit. That's going to be a problem. But it's not coming from here. This is dry. I already dried it. It's coming out from the bottom. So, all right, you guys. So you can kind of see. It's just a little mist. Nothing too crazy. Just mist it on. And I'm gonna wipe it. That's about it. And I did talk to him about the leak, let him know that there's a leak there. And then I showed him the little spots there that didn't really come out too well. And he said it looks good. So. And this is probably too much, but, because you don't want to overdo it, you just got to get it into the grout. And I'll just wipe it right now. It's DWES for life, y'all. Remember I put it, he has a leak. I put it over here and it's making it ball up. So that's what it does, it beads up. right, y'all, so we're all done. Took 2 hours. Started what time I got here? It was like 1:45-ish. So I probably started at 2, and right now it's 2:15 after loading up. And then I was talking to him, the customer, about, you know, the leak he has. Let him know to definitely get that checked out. He said he thought it was the rundown from like a shower head. I'm like, dude, that thing's been wet for how long? Like, especially like, what if it's in the back? You know, what if it's running, leaking, and it's going inside the wall, and then also outside, so to where you can see it? You're gonna have a lot of damage. And that's why it's moldy, to be honest, because dang, I don't know if it caught, I don't know if you've seen it in the video. I don't even know if I took a picture of it, or I might have took a picture of it, I'm not sure. But the bottom, the basin where you stand, was very wet. Where you, like when I started, I mean, so it's like, nobody took a shower. The walls were dry as heck, but the entire basin was like, it had like a fat puddle. So what's happening is, because that grout isn't level, some of the areas aren't level. You got that water just sitting there. So I remember my grandparents, like when they lived in San Francisco, they lived there forever. But growing up, we had to, after we took a shower, for one, we grew up, we had very low water pressure, and my grandpa did that on purpose. And we were limited to, like, if we took a 5-minute shower, that was way too long. But after we were done, we would have to like squeegee the glass. It was like a stand-up shower, and we would basically have to like do that because he didn't like that stuff. You know, all the water just sitting there. It'll do damage over time. Like that grout is moldy in it. I did put like a very high percentage of peroxide. You know, the kind you get in the store is like 3 at max, but what we get is it's like 12. You can get a little higher, I believe. So I let it sit on there, and it did a little bit, which I was pretty pleased with, but I wasn't, for me, I'm like, man, I always want to make sure that the customer is happy. You know, you don't want to, and everything that we see as being a cleaner, you know, in this profession, we can still see stuff sometimes and they can't. Like earlier, this is our second job, but earlier, we did end cap in a house or apartment. Came out really good, but I could see 2 spots. And I told him about it. He's like, I don't see what you're talking about. So I just wanted to point him out, because if somebody sees it later, they're going to be like, hey, man, you forgot something. So you always want to point stuff out. But he said he can't see it. And then this guy, he's like, oh, it looks good. I'm like, all right. So that's how that be. I'm actually, I gotta go to the store. When we lived in Redwood City, we lived down the street, like literally, like I'd have to pass this store going home. Man, that light's been green for a minute for now. Nob Hill. It was like right there, like literally down the street, and I would stop there probably like 90% 85%ish every Friday to get Liza some flowers. So I just want to do it when I can. Cause right now we're not really by any stores. Like I got to go out my way. So I'm here. Might as well just do it now. So anyway, I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. We got jobs next week. We good for the next 2 weeks, and we just gonna keep it going. I just had, oh, that's what I was gonna say. I had somebody call right now. I need my carpet cleaned right now, like today. Like, yeah, right. Good luck with that. I said I can do it. The next time we can do it is on Tuesday. I said Tuesday to 6. This lady said, oh, at 6? I said, no, our last appointment is at 3 o'clock. I ain't going over it, especially on a Friday, and it usually rains at night. So yeah, people be tripping, yo. Good luck calling somebody. Some dummy will do it. Not me. I'm good. I made a good amount of money today. It's DWES for life, y'all. Peace.